To ambitiously tackle climate change, Europe must realise that there is not a silver bullet solution. It is about adopting a diversified strategy which is made up of funding, and 37% dedicated to climate change. The climate action in Next Generation EU is an important step in this direction. There must be regulation, and there must be an important effort at education of civil society and in particular youth.
There is no contradiction between economic growth and climate change. We can perfectly work to have both together. No economy in the future without environmental issues.
I think Europe has already been taking quite ambitious steps. Europe is about to increase ambitions to 2030. It's very important that we are at the same time realistic, and we work very hard also on improvement of competitiveness of industry in Europe.
I wonder if Europe could take more steps in the context of the fight against climate change, because Europe is playing a model role in this respect. And my wish would be to maintain that engagement, to set norms and to gain the support of other countries.
Tackling climate change in an ambitious way requires a new approach to urban design, especially what concerns housing and transport.
Today, Europe is many times risk-averse. We need the push, the pull from the young that are bolder than we are right now.
This work on climate actually shows young people that we hear them very well, because it's namely them who pushed Europe towards very ambitious climate goals. It's also very important that they understand why European Union, for example, exists, why it is here, and why it is so important that we all guard our peace and conditions the lives that we are used to, so that it remains also for the next generations.
We have to include young people into our actions, not to communicate with them, but to have their representatives in our ranks.
Youth is both a key segment of society that has to be engaged on climate action, but it is also a key segment of society that has to be listened. It is absolutely clear that the current push towards climate action in Europe would probably have been possible without the mobilization of youth. So it is about listening to the ideas and the energy that youth can bring to the debate and to the action when it comes to climate change.
Young people can be convinced about the value of democracy if they can start practicing it early, for example in schools, universities, and also at the first workplace.
We have to think in this period of coronavirus to the young people. I think they have to be heard, and probably the best way for them to be heard is to be involved in political activities. So let's hope that political parties in the future will not be only clubs for old boys, but also for the young generation.